President Donald J. Trump's biggest and final stimulus plan for millions of Americans. It will make you forget the previous stimulus checks that millions of Americans received during the pandemic, such as $2,000, $1,400, and $600. And according to President Donald J. Trump, this is going to be the biggest stimulus refund check to Americans. And why he's saying this? Look at this. Trump's executive order seeks expanded data matching to prevent fraud and abuse. Well, according to President Donald J. Trump, he saved billions and billions of dollars from fraud and abuse. And now that money will go to Americans. Well, I'm gonna give you each and every detail, but all I need is just a little favor. It takes 2 seconds to please hit that like button on this video. So without any further ado, let's start the video. So let's start the video with the biggest stimulus plan in the history of United States by President Donald J. Trump. According to President Donald J. Trump, now his DOGE means Department of Government Efficiency, saving billions and billions of dollars by cutting fraud, waste, and abuse from numerous government programs and agencies, laying off thousands of people, preventing Social Security recipients who are 150 years old and receiving Social Security. Now that money will go to Americans. Well, a number of analysts and experts are saying this will change lives of millions and millions of Americans who are struggling right now. But first, listen to what President Donald J. Trump said himself.
There's even under consideration a new concept where we give 20% of the DOGE savings to American citizens and 20% goes to paying down debt, because the numbers are incredible. So many billions of dollars, billions, hundreds of billions, and we're thinking about giving 20% back to the American citizens and 20% down to pay back debt and pay down debt. If you look at value, if it were a real estate balance sheet, the debt is tiny, but we still want to pay it down. It doesn't matter.
So now you can see that President Donald J. Trump said that now he's willing to give this money back to American people. Well, in the form of stimulus refund checks. And this will be the biggest stimulus refund check to Americans. And don't forget, millions of Americans will receive this check. Now, why there is a need of this check? Look at this. US economy poised to slow as Trump's tariff hits consumers. And this is the biggest problem right here. According to a number of analysts and experts, these new tariffs will bring inflation. And now, in order to tackle this inflation, there has to be a stimulus check for American people. But remember, these checks will be different. It will not be the same checks as you have received during pandemic. Well, these checks are known as stimulus refund checks. And now, a number of analysts and experts are saying that this check could be $5,000. You heard it right. We are talking about a $5,000 worth of stimulus refund check. If you remember, the ex-head of DOGE, Elon Musk, presented this idea in front of American people as well as in front of President Donald J. Trump. But in this big, beautiful bill, there's not a single mention of this DOGE stimulus check. But now, things are going to be different, as a number of analysts and experts are saying that inflation is very near. And before inflation hits, we need to do something. And the best thing that the Trump administration can do is to give a stimulus refund check, what they promised to American people. And according to President Donald J. Trump and ex-head of DOGE, Elon Musk, both said that this check could be as high as $5,000, and no doubt it's going to be the biggest check in the history of United States. And that's where you come in. What do you think about this $5,000 stimulus refund check? But there's a catch in it, and you need to understand this, that this check is recommended to President Donald J. Trump in a manner that will shock a number of Americans. And the shock is that this check will be given to the people who make $40,000 and more. So, in short, it's not going to be for low-income Americans. But nothing is final right now. Because remember, when tariffs will bring inflation, it will change a number of things, and it will definitely change the stimulus plan as well. That's what a number of analysts and experts are saying. Remember, this biggest and one of the largest stimulus check in the history of United States will change the financial situation of millions of Americans, but at the same time, it will not do any bad to American economy. And that's what a number of analysts and experts are saying, because remember, the money in the form of stimulus refund check that will be given to millions of Americans will come from fraud, waste, and abuse. Yes, the money that they saved by cutting fraud, waste, and abuse, that money is now going to be directed towards American people. So there will be no burden on American economy. You can call this extra money that was never in the Treasury's account. Now this money will go to American people, and it will not put any burden on American economy or treasury. And this is the biggest thing. And that's why this plan is going to be a life-changing plan for millions and millions of Americans who are struggling right now in this worst inflation. You need to understand one thing. Still, there are millions of people who are homeless. And this stimulus refund check will change their lives. But this Trump administration, whenever they announce this check, they will have to make this a stimulus for all Americans. They can put a limit to it that if you're making $75,000 or more, you will not be able to get this stimulus refund check. But if you're making $75,000 and less, then you are going to get this $5,000 worth of stimulus refund check. And that's where you come in. Let us know in the comments below. What do you think about this $5,000 stimulus refund check? Do you support it or you don't support it? Would you like to see this check for all Americans? Would you like to see this check for the people who make $40,000 or more? Or you would like to see this check going to the people who make $75,000 or less? Means it will be for low-income Americans and also for middle-income Americans as well. So let me know in the comments below, what are your thoughts about this Trump's stimulus plan? Well, if you have any questions at all, then please let me know in the comments below, and I'll be happy to answer each and every question of yours. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video very soon. Till then, please take care and have a nice day.